mean, obviously, this is just between us.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, I can't understand it. I think this is the best script I've ever read.
I know, and that's what's so sad about this.
I mean, what kind of creative differences?
I mean, where to start, basically.
Oh, my God.
No, but that's crazy.
I know.
I mean, everyone's been so positive.
No, I'm sure.
And it's such a fantastic script.
Oh, God, it's brilliant. But what's happening, and this is just between us.
Yeah, no, of course.
Now, I know this because I've got other clients involved in the film.
Right.
What's happening is that they just have wildly different versions of the movie that they want to make.
Right.
No, I'm wildly different. I've seen this a million times before, but this is in a different league. I mean, it's beyond dysfunctional.
God.
Well, I'm Kate Hahn with TV Insider, and we're speaking with the cast of a brand new, very funny comedy, 10%. So, Jack Davenport, you play Jonathan, who's one of the agents, and he has sort of a very special personal connection to the agency. Can you talk about that?
He does. His father is the founding partner of the business with Maggie's character. And so he has very much grown up in and around it. And as it's no spoiler for anyone who's seen even the original, to know that we might feel the loss of that person quite quickly. But that very much I think that drives a huge amount of the kind of overall emotional engine of the story. But it's a divergence from the original, which I think it's a very, very smart piece of tweaking, because it just raises the emotional stakes, not just for my character, but I think for all of us. Because it's sometimes a cliche just to go, yeah, we're like family, but in this case we really are. And so I think that feeds into the overall atmosphere of the show, I guess.
Well, Maggie, you play Stella, and as Jack said, your character is one of the founders of this agency.
Yeah.
When you say family, how functional is this family, Maggie?
I'd say as functional as most other families. I think that Jonathan's father has been a great father figure to us all, and he's very kind and very avuncular, and he's almost like a Buddha sometimes when you look at him. He's only he's not with us very long, but he's marvelous. And we have been devoted friends forever, and we started off with very, very high ideals, etc. And a lot of that's got knocked off and become more and more pragmatic. But at the center of it, we're still very highly principled, as much as we can be in this ridiculous business, which pulls you all sorts of ways. And so we've got this young agency around us and all these young people who are, greyhounds in the slips, they're dying to get out there and get their clients and pull them in and make the money. And we have to it is actually like having dogs on leashes, you've got to pull them back and encourage them and whatever. That's your role as an older agent, really, in a place. So it's quite difficult with this lot who are marvelous and have all the right instincts, but sometimes really, really mess up, So yeah, it's a good, loving, dysfunctional family.
Well, Jack, can you share with us one of the ways that Jonathan messes up, as Maggie said?
Oh, how much time do you have? There are storylines that are really not that far from reality. I took my own agent out for a lunch before we started, just to kind of pick his brains. And quite rudely, I think probably, I said to him, so lying, let's talk about that. And he said, no, actually, you really can't lie, because if you get caught, you're dead. But then in the same breath, he started to talk about the concept of information management, which seemed to me a fine distinction. And I think Jonathan's techniques of information management certainly bite him on the bum a few times, that's for sure.
Prasanna Puwanarajah, you play Dan, and in the premiere, he has bad news for his client, Kelly McDonald. So he does the mature thing and he hides from her. What does that tell us about him, and where is his story going?
He is massively conflict averse at work, which is probably not the greatest quality to have as an agent, which immediately sets him up as someone who you might think is in the wrong job. And then I think over the course of the show, what you discover is he's in the version of the job that he wants it to be or needs it to be, and he has his own unique kind of, I guess, offer to make. But yeah, he's not someone who you'd send in to negotiate for your life, you know. He's like, he'd rather go around the corner and have a pan of raisin and just sort of wait for it to all go away.
Well, Lydia Leonard, you play Rebecca. She has a very different style than Dan.
Yeah. Polar opposite.
Polar opposite.
But great friend.
But they're friends, right? So
Great friends, yeah.
Tell us about her, and you know, what does she want more than anything, and what can trip her up?
Well, I love playing Rebecca because she's so hardcore, particularly how you meet her as an audience in those first couple of episodes. She's incredibly ambitious, ruthless, maybe, but very, very passionate, ambitious for herself and for her clients, who she'd do anything for. I think she's got great taste. I think she thinks she's got great taste too. And her job is everything. You know, you cut her in half, she's an agent through and through, and so and at the cost of a personal life and an emotional home life. But throughout the course of the series, people come into her life, things happen, and you see a softening of that and a great vulnerability, which is, as you'd expect with someone with such a hard external shell. You know, there's a lot of vulnerability underneath, and so it's a great pleasure to play a character that has that kind of arc.
10% premieres April 28th on Prime Video. For more insider videos like this, click subscribe.